Yeah. The first sip's nice.
Ooh.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers. So welcome to a new segment of the Hustle Harder podcast. Today we are actually kicking off a fortnightly segment that Kane, Douglas-Sonnett and I will be running, which is going to be a very loose but also candid, covering a bunch of raw conversations, anything and everything in between, our experience between fitness, bodybuilding, training, and life behind and in front of the lens. So we've thought we've got a whole bunch of topics, ideas, everything we want to bring out. We'd love you guys to ask questions in the future, and nothing is off limits.
Nothing's off limits. Like we're open books. I mean, there's nothing to hide really. And the thing is, if you guys want questions asked, ask them because we can answer them. You know,
exactly.
As best as we can. And like we said, some of the things here are not going to be, let's say, PG. So take it with a grain of salt and make sure that anything we say, you don't copy or replicate.
Yep.
You know, just because someone's done it or they intend to do something doesn't mean you need to do it. So think for yourself, but maybe
just enjoy the conversations.
Enjoy the conversations, enjoy
That's
the
it.
stories. I think that's going to be the main thing.
That's it. We want to first cover a few things. So like, Kane has just come out of a bodybuilding comp. Now, if you would love to hear more story about his journey up to the big NABA bodybuilding comp, and I mean, we're going to ruin the punchline, but finally won the pro card.
Yeah,
that's
I
amazing.
won a pro card, won a pro show.
Yeah.
So
what does life look like for you, and give your insight as to what life looks like after bodybuilding comps? Because that's the first thing I asked you today when we rolled up.
Do you know what? This is a question that people have asked me, and I said this. I can understand how some athletes maybe go through, like there's ups and downs, but you go through sometimes maybe big ups and then sort of lulls. And I think I sort of experienced it, not a lull really, but I went from winning the NABA Amateur Mr. World. Yeah. NABA Amateur Mr. World in bodybuilding classic physique, turned pro that day, then won the pro show in classic physique. Top of the moon. Prize money, everything. Wow. And by the way, it was a fantastic show. NABA did a great job. Awesome. And I've competed in all the shows in all federations. It was a fantastic.
So recap, how many shows have you competed in?
All up in my career.
Yeah. Loosely, give or take. You know.
There'd be probably over 30, 40 shows.
Shit.
I've been competing for nearly 20 years.
Yep.
I do more than one show a year.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, yeah, it was a fantastic show. And like I said, you go from winning, like I've got a huge ring.
Super Bowl
prize,
ring.
It's huge, yeah. Prize money, a great title that some of the greats in Australian bodybuilding have won, international bodybuilding. But you go from a high. That day, literally, my wife and I, we flew home that same night. I had tan on still.
Oh, my God. On the plane, everything.
Yeah, on the plane, carrying I had a lot of trophies, medals, trophies, freebies and stuff. Got home, had a shower, went to bed, woke up. The next day, I was straight away doing my client check-ins. Okay. So, like, you think about...
Did you sit in it long enough? Probably not.
What, on the plane?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
But no, I had a huge sense of accomplishment and it was fantastic, but nothing changed really. Yeah, I got that title, but the next day I was doing my check-ins at 8 o'clock in the morning, literally. And so it doesn't really sink in because you don't really get time to process it that well. So you have to take a step back a little bit, and it took a while. The
crazy thing about comps is how long is a prep usually for most people? We're talking anywhere from
20 weeks,
16 to 20 weeks, yeah. That's a long time to be diligent and on point with everything. Yeah. For the show day itself is one day.
And show time, how long you're on stage is not long.
Half an hour at most.
At most.
That's all the time on stage. At most, maybe half an hour. Waiting on stage, in the lineup, everything. And so you finish, and then obviously you're building up towards it. It feels like you're a horse with the carrot at the end, right? And then all of a sudden, there's no carrot. You're just still got to chip away at this journey, this mission, without any gratification.
Yeah, and you know what? The time post-comp is super critical. People think the competition is important. That's the big thing, but if you're an athlete, especially in a physique-based sport, setting up your off-season comes straight after the show. So people think, oh, what did you just go back to eating normal? No. I still eat exactly the same.
Yeah.
More food. Obviously, I get free meals, and I have a free meal with my family and whatnot. But if you want to progress in this sport, the moment you leave the stage, that's when your progression starts.
True.
So if you know a lot of people that compete, and hey, everyone's been there that's competed. I'm going to get big. Yeah, you start eating and you get out of condition straight away.
The body just wants to soak it all up.
Yeah, and you feel horrible, and it's just not a nice feeling.
It's not unheard of. People like gorging, I guess would be one of the right words, themselves for the few days post-comp. Yeah.
Bodybuilders are notoriously, like, we have eating disorders.
Yeah, man.
It's like...
It's very true, isn't it? When you think about that, we have eating disorders. It's not the stereotypical one. It's not like, bulimia or... But you have a distorted view of food. You look at it as fuel. You're not enjoying food anymore.
No. But when you stop a competition and you get a taste, and this is how people spiral in everyday life, not just like general people. You get a taste for that processed food, the sweet, the salty, the sugar. What is it? Sweet and salty is like the most desirable.
Palatable.
Yeah.
Yep.
You get that, and sometimes people can't stop. Yeah, and not just a day. We're talking time. You're hungry.
I remember.
Your hunger receptors are not working well. You will just keep eating until you're like, and you're like, I could probably fit some ice cream on top. You could really, you could do damage.
I remember the nights after comp, it's usually the nights after comp, and you just want to stay up until 3 a.m, just binging until and it's gluttonous, isn't it?
You're not hungry.
Super gluttony.
You are hungry mentally.
But you get full very fast.
But you're just so sick and you just keep putting food down.
You're like, man, I've been waiting for this. And a lot of people, I don't know if everyone does the same thing, but I've seen a lot of bodybuilders put a box together.
They hoard.
They're like,
That's one thing I tell my clients, do not do.
What are you going to do? Smash the whole 5 kilo box down in a week?
Exactly. And when I was younger, I did, what did I get once? Chicken Kievs. I don't even like chicken Kievs, right? But... if you're in that situation where you're in diet phase, you start liking weird stuff.
Yeah.
I bought it. I thought, this is going to be so good. I bought a box of it, right?
A box of chicken.
Oh, like frozen ones.
Oh, yeah.
And after one cup, I made it, and they were just rubbish. And then you think to yourself, why'd I do that?
And it's so it's counterintuitive. We are drilling ourselves for weeks, months on end.
Digestion is perfect. And in that one day, you can just do so much damage. So post-comp is pretty tough for most people. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I've done it a lot of times. So it's like my post-show meals are not... I didn't even have one on the way home. What did I have? At the airport, it was like a Mexican place. I had like a chicken and... I don't even know what they're called.
A burrito bowl?
Yeah. I had one of them. That was literally...
Because I don't just chicken and rice at that point.
It was. Went to bed. Yep. And then we had a family meal the next day. And then it was... that's it.
You get more sensible as the time goes.
Yeah. And you don't want to feel like that.
But we were talking about this before as well. Like, I think some of the hardest things is like identity crisis after comp.
Yep.
Because, like we were saying, like, if you're the guy in your friends group that's like the guy that's deep into training for a comp, you become, that's your identity. Hey man, this is my friend Kane. He's a bodybuilder. More than that, but thanks.
People used to introduce you like that.
Yeah. This is like, I'm actually referred to in one of my other friends groups as Big Sean, and then there's other Seans. So I'm like, well, man, I have to hold this title. What if I just want to lose weight one day?
Yeah, and then we talked about what are you gonna be like after? Your identity changes. You can't stay Big Sean or Kane the bodybuilder forever. Is there going to be some repercussions mentally? Yeah, because physically you're going to get different. Hopefully you can still look better than most people your age, but
this comes with it, like, it's not just bodybuilders, athletes in general.
Everyone. Yeah.
Their whole identity is wrapped around them being a high performance individual in the gym or an athlete or whatever. And obviously people love to see them as like a title winner or someone that's striving towards a goal. But we're not, we were saying this before, we're not saying like that person's an amazing bodybuilder and an amazing father or an amazing brother, or they're more three-dimensional than that.
Yeah.
And so when comp does go off the wayward side, how do we reclaim a lot of that identity, I guess? Or
I don't think you have to reclaim it. I just think you got to know there's more to life than what you're doing at the moment. You got to rebrand yourself to a degree, but it's just tough. It's just tough when you think about it. And I know myself, when I finish bodybuilding, I probably will have issues. I'm not stupid. Like, my whole life I've been bodybuilding and
Well, you mean looking back at your like 30s and 20s and saying, man, I was in the best shape of my life, and
yeah,
I mean, look at me now. Or
yeah, I know, but I still think I'll be in decent shape. I'm not going to. Hopefully, I don't become big Kane. You know what I mean? Not that there's anything wrong with being real. No,
Something get Johnny Big.
yeah, my size and all that. But I just think you got to be able to reflect and say things are going to happen that are going to be hard. They're going to be negatives, but you'll come through it. It's like everything, you know. You go through ups and downs, and then you become better for it. So it's just something that everyone's got to deal with, and whether it doesn't have to be fitness based. You could be someone high CEO. When you finish, you know, hopefully
Exactly, true. You're right.
You know,
It doesn't have to be but
What are
your
you gonna
identity
be?
is caught in the value you bring to the world around you, like what you do essentially in the 80% of your day, right? But if that's not you anymore, how do you restructure that identity?
Yeah.
We could talk about life behind the lens and fitness, and like, so if you haven't already heard in the previous podcast, we made a point that Kane and I, we met around 10 years ago out of one of the other gyms nearby. And Kane was one of those guys that I was like, hey, like, amazing physique, obviously very approachable guy. Can I use you as a test dummy to, you know, learn my photography, learn fitness photography? You know?
And funny thing is, I actually do not know at all how Sean got involved with photography at all.
It's crazy, isn't
I
it?
just know it was Sean doing photography.
He just knows the part where I came up to you and started,
so
you
like,
know?
like essentially, you know, like I grew up around bodybuilding, but I was always wondering how you got into the photography part, because it's a niche market, yeah? And I would say...
It's a niche market, but everyone is your competition, I feel, because that's why I had to kind of level up into videography a couple of years ago. Otherwise... Like everyone's got an iPhone and everyone can do.
Phones take good pictures now too.
And it's not only that, man. Like if people knew the ability that you can just take a photo on your phone and what you can do through AI, you don't need a whole team anymore. You don't. It's scary.
You can turn me into Katie.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, bro. So back then it's very different, right? But back then I think so. My origin story with the photography. Back my first job was like KFC when I was like 15, right?
I worked at Macca's.
You worked at Macca's. I think
I was
we've
at the
all
front.
got to do the...
I was at the front like a bitch. I requested to be at the front. Reason being?
I think we need photos of this.
Yeah. Reason being, all the people at the back at McDonald's when I was like 15, they all had pimples everywhere.
Oh, no.
Yeah? Because they're all the oil.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want that. Not that it's pretty boring or anything like that, but I was like, I don't want that. So I worked out the front with all the girls. It was...
Did you have the afro back then?
No, I had the nice... Oh, now look at this, man. But I had like the short...
Boxed cut.
Yeah,
Oh,
nice, yeah. But I worked at the front of... Yeah, anyway, McDonald's.
Yeah.
And it was just easier. It was better for me, but it was actually harder because you got to serve.
As far as fast food go, McDonald's would have probably been a lot better than KFC.
Oh, they're all pretty bad.
Oh, they're all bad. Man, I was getting paid $5.50 or something like that an hour.
Yeah.
Shit, back in 15 years old.
Yeah.
But you don't know nothing, right? And you're better off doing that than sitting around playing video games.
Yeah.
So I did that. It obviously taught me my first job. And I think I saved up a lot of money from that. And my second job being Glory Jeans. And when I was like in year 8, I remember going...
Did you work at Chadston?
No, I was back in this is back in Canberra at this point.
Oh,
this
okay.
is years ago.
Yeah.
But my 5th birthday party was the Macca's in front of Chadston.
Yeah?
Yeah, going back.
Wow.
I always drive past it.
Yeah.
And so...
A grimace like me, mate.
Yeah, the grimace.
My mates on the weekend called me and said, he looked like Grimace. When I wore this the other time.
And so... With the photography, I basically was like, oh, I'm gonna spend all of my pay from this hard job that I'm working. $550. Bought a Pentax D100, whatever, SLR camera, first proper camera, and I was in year 8. I carry that camera everywhere off my shoulder, just taking photos of like ducks and anything, right? Like the lake near my house, and then I'd be like the person that just take it to school everywhere. And this is why my biggest tip is if you want to get good at photography, take your camera everywhere. It's like a tool, right?
Yeah.
It is your tool. And if you're only going to get better at it if you immerse yourself in it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, back then I was just like taking this camera everywhere I go. And then I was like, I'll self-appoint myself as like the yearbook person. I'll take photos of everyone, slap it in a yearbook. We'll put together like the year 10, I think, yearbook or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I think after that, I didn't really do much year 11 and 12. I remember specifically, going to another school for year 11 and 12 for college. and we're sitting there with the principal and trying to pick electives, and I was like, "Oh, Mum, they do photography." And she's like, "You are not picking photography."
I did that too. I did it in high school too.
Yeah.
Wrong reasons. I did it because it was the easy subject.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I would have loved to do it, photography or arts or
yeah.
whatever, drama, all that shit. I was a science boy.
Yeah, okay.
Like human movement, psychology, biology. That's what I had to do. I'm here watching the photography students leaving, the studio or whatever, having fun. This is my portfolio. I'm like, oh, cool. So I never had a feeling of that, but I always look back and think, maybe that's good that I didn't, because if you go too early into something and immerse yourself, maybe it pushes you out.
Sometimes you burn out.
Yeah, you burn out.
See it in bodybuilding a lot.
Yeah.
Sports.
Anything.
Sports. Like sometimes parents that push their kids into sports and then push them in. I'm all for pushing your kids, don't get me wrong, but the kid has to have passion there too. So you got to have passion. And if you just drill it into them so early, they can lose love for it. So like maybe you were right. Yeah,
exactly.
Good that you didn't pick it up so early.
Exactly. So I mean, it was one of those things I kind of looked from through the window. I was like, oh, this looks nice and shiny. Anyway, so after year 12 and all that stuff, finished my degree in sports science 2017 through Deakin. And then I think 2018, I was like, 2018, I was like, man, this content thing's going to be huge. I better buy a big camera. Yeah. Right? So then, so a decent amount of years went by where I just didn't shoot at all. I was like, far out, I got to buy a big camera. So I bought Sony A7 Mark III, which is still a $3,000 camera sold in the shops. It's 7 years old. 7-year-old camera, now still sold for $3,000.
Mate, it's worth now. Like as in, it'd be collector's item now, wouldn't it?
No, but it's still sold. Like
they're still selling the same thing right now?
7 years ago, it's still sold at JB Hi-Fi.
Must be a good camera then.
They've just only upgraded it by one model. So that camera was really good. Bought another lens, $1,500 lens. So we have $4,500 in the hole. And I haven't created a single content yet.
And you were young then too.
Well, no, I was like 2018.
Okay.
So about 7 years ago. So I bought this camera and I was like, okay, I just got to create videos for myself for coaching. It's when I had dreadlocks and stuff, remember?
Yeah, I remember,
And so I'm here trying to, in one room trying to record, and it's hard, And then I was like, I think this is when I was like finishing up competing I did the Arnold's in 2018.
Yeah.
And then I was like watching, I had a lot of friends and I
did the same show then. I did that show too.
Yeah, that Arnold's back in 2018. Yeah.
I think it was 18 or 17, 18.
Yeah. And then I was like, man, I love the art perspective of bodybuilding. Like the beauty of it, the posing, the classic shots of Arnold or Franco on a rock overlooking the beach and waters and just getting the silhouette of them. So I was like, man, I want to emulate these. So I obviously would hit up friends that, I wasn't going to try to waste their time. I mean, everyone's time, but they want to get photos as well. But it's a practice thing, right? So I go with friends to Frankston Beach, sort that out. And then I found Lucky, asked him to shoot, everyone. So I think over time, I just went after all the big name bodybuilders because I have a belief that, I mean, you can on paper and know all the theoretical things on how to be a good photographer. Yeah. But if you're taking pictures of daisies or I don't know, nice scenery and stuff, yeah, cool. It'll look good. But if you take a photo of something amazing that's already like a athlete, bodybuilder that looks something out
peak condition type thing.
Peak condition, something that looks phenomenal, out of the ordinary. Yeah, it's going to make your photos look out of the ordinary. So simple as that. And that's really the way I kind of, I wouldn't say blow up, but the way I kind of exponentially kind of became a fitness photographer was I'd go everywhere and just shoot. I remember shooting in bodybuilding comps before it's not allowed. Yeah. Just being at the back of the crowd and just being through and getting these really unique perspectives of like an audience in front, little heads and stuff, and just seeing the poise of a bodybuilder on stage by himself in his element. So yeah, that's it all came full circle after that, and I just went hard into it. Found any bodybuilder that was up and coming, they had an amazing physique. They just didn't have the exposure that they deserved. Yeah. And I was like, look, neither do I. So let's
help each other.
Let's help each other out.
That's what it's about, isn't it? Well, look at us now, doing this together.
Exactly, man.
That's what it turned out.
That's it. So, we have the tools, we have the experience. It's all come full circle.
No, I like that. It's interesting though, because you never know how people pick up certain hobbies and then hobbies become jobs, become their life. I think it's interesting.
What's it called? Hobbies and passion projects become your full time, but then how do you escape from the passion? And so training was probably for you at one point just to escape, and then it becomes almost like the everyday monotonous thing. Like,
Without it now, I'll probably have bad mental health issues.
Yeah, you know?
Honestly. What? All right, then. Let me ask you this. I know because you've done a lot of cool shoots with people.
thank you.
What would be your dream shoot? If you had to, I know that's a tough question.
It's a big question.
All right, if you had to pick a few, but just say you narrowed down just one. It's tough. Like the dream subject, place.
Oh.
Do you have one you could pick? Like, do you have something you'd love to do?
Well, I've always been heavily inspired by, I don't know, have you ever shot with Charles Lothian?
Yep.
You have?
Yeah.
Always heavily. He was my photography idol. Always has been. Like, I love the art behind his photos. He's living the dream. He shoots all of the biggest IFBB names.
Does he still do it?
I think so. He's just traveling, and
I haven't seen much of his work recently.
I think
Because his work's very. If you've ever seen his work, Charles, it's amazing. Like, but it's that dark contrast,
moody.
Oh, it's so.
And it's
good.
very seasonal as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's one of the top names for that. And so when comp season comes out,
He's on it.
he's on it. Ideally, like my goals last year and the year before, and it's slowly coming to fruition, and is traveling more. I love traveling for photography. I love the feeling of I just feel a massive sense of appreciation that even as a full-time photographer, videographer, I love the appreciation that people, like I'm creating art. From my perspective, it's art.
Yeah.
But for other people to want to pay me for it and reproduce it and then have reoccurring clients, it just hits something here very important, man.
Do you know, it sounds like coaching to me.
It does.
It is. It's very similar. I think, do you know what it is? Because we both have a passion for it. And we've made it our jobs.
Exactly.
Our career.
But having anyone let you, like, pay you to do that has so much...
That's what I mean. Like, I used to do
trust.
teaching. I love teaching. It wasn't my passion, though.
No.
You know, so you go to work, you do your job. But now, like, you do your job. It's for starters, it's your own brand.
Yeah.
So you got to do it well, but you enjoy it. You know,
Yeah.
and that's hopefully in life. I think most people, you aspire to do something that you really enjoy. You know, so what would be your dream shoot then? Would you have a subject, or would you like a non-subject, or would you like an event to shoot? Or something. It's hard to put one on it. I know it's like you can't put one.
I love throwing myself in the deep end and trying. Like, I don't forever. I'll be honest. I don't want to forever be known as just a fitness photographer. Kind of boxes you in. I do love everything else, but like things that also pay for businesses as well. You can't just be taking pictures of plants and hoping to make a full-time living all the time unless you're paid by National Geographic or something.
Money talks, but
it does, exactly. So I mean, like obviously, I've always wanted to, and this is like maybe I'm just one of many people that want to do the same thing. But I would love to shoot Seabum. Obviously, Seabum's like retired now, so he's not in his prime. But any of the pros, they're I love to travel. I would have loved, I think 2 years ago, almost had the opportunity to go shoot and like be close with Terence Ruffington.
Oh, Terence Ruffin.
Would have been cool.
Him posing.
He's a
unique. He's an artist.
Yeah, artist.
He's a bodybuilder. He's an artist. Something like Kai Green.
Yeah,
like they're artists as well. Like they're legit. Kai Green is a legit artist too.
There's not just working in static poses. You're working now with video, with some movements and stuff. So that would be really cool. Otherwise, events-wise, man, like intense events like the F1s or something like that, crazy.
Do you know what would be cool? Maybe because this is like maybe when I was a bit younger, I used to like this type of scene, but like a carnival. Imagine shooting a carnival. Imagine
intense. You wouldn't know what's going on.
Yeah, it would be so good, but it would be intense. Yeah, that would be the word. Like it would be it wouldn't be a dream or anything, but just them kind of events would be something else, because I've never been to carnival. I would love to, but I'm not going now. You got kids.
you got kids.
I've got kids now, man. My missus, she'd go with me, but
I just thought about it as well. To be honest, like if it comes full circle, like to the point, I think the natural progression of my work, as I'm a photographer that's moved into being primarily videographer, really still I enjoy photography. I'd love to make a movie. Or shoot a short documentary. Actually, that's the thing. I've been slowly trying to build out a documentary for Jackson Guerin.
I'd love to do a documentary.
Exactly, but something built up over a year. So showing the journey, showing the ups and downs, showing everything. He's
going to do his pro debut.
Yeah.
If you don't know Jackson, he's an IFBB pro.
Just
recently
26 yesterday.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Happy birthday, Jackson. So he turned pro last year.
Yep.
Last year.
25.
And he's a big man. He's a big man.
He's like 120, 130.
Classic physique competitor. Yeah. I think he will go to Open, to be honest.
He'd have to. He's tall and he's got heavy.
Big frame.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's a great. Yeah, that'd be cool though. That'd be a cool.
Yeah, so like shooting documentaries and stuff, like telling a story rather than just creating reels. That's because I mean, does it age well? The reels are cool and all montages.
For now, yeah. Where it's going in the future though. Nah, it's cool. Like, yeah, it's interesting to know things like that because, like I said, I didn't know much about your past in photography, you know. But even like these, even though we were talking about like just fitness photography, we want this podcast to be more about that as well because it's us, but like open-ended questions where different things. So I had one that we were talking about like the other day. I was talking with my friends about it actually. Like if we had to pick. Say you're 18, right? You're 18. So we'll do some rapid fire questions to finish it off. But say you're 18 and you've got one DJ or an artist that can play at your 18th. Who's it going to be? And you got to think, well, we're a bit older too. I'm 39. You're 33. Yeah.
You know who? Oh, can we pick producer DJ?
Yeah. Like, free for all.
Man, I come from the peak of like Timberland.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and he had a lot of bangers back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have picked someone more recent, but if I'm trying to go back like my 18th birthday and stuff,
that was
Timberland.
Booming back then.
It was all the step up songs and all this R&B stuff. Yeah, would have loved that. Wow. What about yourself? Batman Scoop?
Oh, yeah, party. I would, you might not have heard of this DJ, right? His name's Sir Spyro, right? He's a UK DJ. He plays some party music, but I've heard him in Australia. I would love to have him at my 18th. He was huge back then too, but like he's such a good DJ. That would probably be my thing, you know.
Sick.
But there'd be so many you could have, so many, you know, and you would. I don't know how you would handle it at 18 though. Me at 18, I had my mates like passed out in beds, throwing up.
Oh god.
Oh yeah. Oh,
a messy.
Oh.
That's when you know
Cal, that was you.
They're good memories.
Yeah, they were great memories. They were great memories. But
what about another question? All right, if you're 18 and versus now, two different types. You got two answers. Your ideal dream car as an 18-year-old when you were 18, and your dream car now.
I'm going to answer this. I actually have my dream car as an 18-year-old right now.
Well, you still have it.
I drive it right now.
Yeah, buddy.
So I wanted a WRX. Yeah.
Sick, I see it. The blue one.
Yeah, blue. I've got that now.
Classic.
I'll probably have to sell it soon, but I want to get it.
Grow up, man.
You know what? It's got baby seats in the back. That's cool. It's got 2 seats in there. It's worked and stuff, but I need to get a bigger car. So I have to get a bigger. I'm still going to get a sports car because I like to modify them, but that would have been my car as an 18-year-old. Old car that I had to look at and think, I'd love to have that. It would be like an F40.
Oh yeah.
I love the Dodge Viper.
Yes.
I'm not American muscle car, but I love the Dodge Viper. Like to me, or like a GTR.
GTR. Usually mine, Jap car.
But the Dodge Viper, the V10, and I've seen the new ones. They look so beefy, man. But it's not my car that
they don't handle well, do they?
No, don't. You know what? Handle just drive straight.
Yeah, drag.
But like that would probably be my 2 picks. What about you?
Back when I was younger, when I was 18, I think I used to be obsessed with the TV show Supernatural. So the '67 Impala was back in the day.
Oh yeah.
'67 Impala was the old school classic, but also my dream car back then was like a 350Z. Yeah, and I was actually, when I was buying my 86 back when 2014, I bought my 86 from the showroom. I was like looking, 86 was like 34,000. What was the other car I was going to get? Yeah, the 350Z. Could find one for like 17,000. But these things are guzzlers.
Yeah, they're hammered. They're hammered there, yeah.
So I ended up getting the 86, had that for 10 years, and then, yeah, it's just, got carked it at 214,000 kilometers, got rammed, and it got rammed and hit and run a week before it was sold, and it was already sold, so I had to refund the money, everything, but I had a new car. So what's your thoughts on like, obviously we love some classic cars and stuff, but I can tell you probably in 5-10 maybe 10 years 5-10 years maybe we won't have a lot of petrol cars anymore, man.
I hate it. I hate electronic cars.
I don't know. I'm not
saying you drive one?
Yeah. I drive a hybrid.
No, you drive hybrid? Okay,
yeah. So it's not a full electric.
I can manage that, but I don't. Do you know the fastest car I've been in my friend Ben's car? He's got the BYD, like the top. It's so fast. Man, electronic, but it feels weid.
It's so quiet. It just goes.
Yeah, your head just sort of explodes a little bit. And like in a sports car, you get sucked back. This is
Yeah,
just
it's got, like-
power, and it's weird.
The
But,
sports
like,
car like breathes like through like
you
engine,
feel it.
right?
You
Yeah.
feel the car when it's a sport, like when it's a petrol car. You want to hear the motor. You want to.
My car just goes, bro.
Yeah,
It just
they munch other cars. They
Yeah.
absolutely do. But the driving experience was not
Yeah.
anywhere near the same.
No.
Yeah, but yeah, I know a lot of cars now. Even like I love manual. Most
Oh,
cars,
yeah, you
most
can't find
cars,
that-
no, unless you get an M3. I
Yeah,
don't
true.
get M3 money. Or maybe
You
an old
got
one,
that.
maybe an
You got
old one,
M3
but
money.
it's not worth it. You know, now everything is like paddle. You know, my Rex is still stick shift, which is
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love.
yeah.
But I'm not a fan of the electric cars, man. I'm not a fan at all.
Hey man, it's phasing out. So you can hold your Rex, just keep it in the garage somewhere. and
I
Put it in
know, but
storage.
how many cars are going to keep? I used to have a 180 SX, yeah.
You've had some good cars.
Yeah, that was my first car. I had it for 10 years. Like, worked, drift car.
Yeah, right.
If I had that now, it'd be worth like 30, 40K.
Oh shit.
And I sold it for peanuts. But you can't keep all your cars.
No, you
Where am I going to
can't.
keep my Rex? If I get another car, I've only got 2-car garage.
I still got my 86 smashed at my mum's house, just in Narrowara.
See, maybe
She
I'll
keeps
take-
asking me every week,
Take it to my
you gonna
mum's
sell
and-
it? You gonna sell it?
No.
No.
Yeah, no, it's a electric. It's just weird. I don't know. I
Coming
could
in
do
different
hybrids.
times.
I could do hybrid. Yeah, cost effective, but just the
Hybrids are
performance-
insane because like best of both worlds. If fuel goes the longest way,
Yeah.
it's a win. All right, we've got some rapid fire questions coming up.
I got one. I can see one. We wrote down.
Oh, yeah.
So the one we wrote down. Recall a moment of your youth that you enjoyed or disliked.
Enjoyed or disliked? Can you find both? Give me both.
One that I enjoyed. Oh, there's so many. Parts of my youth that I enjoyed were actually literally going out night clubbing, or New Year's Day parties, festivals.
Yep.
I used to love it. Kiss My Grass, God's Kitchen, Summer Days. These were honestly some of the best times I had.
You remember it?
Yeah, vividly. No, not vividly. Sorry. I remember my mate Cal takes all photos. He's got crazy photos. We look like you look back at photos. You're like, what the hell?
What was I thinking? Yeah. What is
Someone
that
had pink-
hair?
Not me. Someone had pink hair. I used to wear like stovepipe jeans. I didn't know how I'd get them on.
Man, you're in a purple tracksuit.
I know.
You've never changed.
True. These were more offensive colours. Do you remember the shop Stevie? Chapel Street? Anyway, random, but they used outlandish clothes, outlandish hair, but you didn't care.
No.
That was the thing back
how you
then.
stood out.
That's how it was back then. And that were probably some of my most exciting times. Probably my most disliked times. I'm going to speak generally here. Probably my most disliked times looking back, it's maybe how I used to conduct myself a little bit in regards to like just thinking about myself. You
I
know?
mean, that's.
I was-
We're in our 20s, man.
yeah,
That
it's
is
different. Yeah, it is.
most
But like looking
characterised.
back, I would have liked to have changed some of the things I did. You know, not did to people, but just the way I was.
How many major regrets?
Not really, but
Yeah.
all the things I did
Lessons
wrong.
learned.
Yeah, they made me better as a person. But if you didn't go through them, I suppose you wouldn't have learnt from them. But I don't know if I would have been in a better spot, to be honest. You know,
True.
Yeah, but some of them, that's probably the regrets or the things I didn't enjoy. Looking back, what about yourself?
I've got a friend that's helped me kind of loosen up in the last 2 years to go out more, and I
Yeah.
feel like I'm a bit.
It's harder when you get older, man.
I'm a bit like in between myself about it. I'm like, man, I'm 30 something, and I'm like going to a couple of these raves, and like I'm enjoying myself, like with some good friends that have got my back and everything. Where we're having a good time.
We do it.
I never did any of that really in my 20s. I was too much
Okay.
focused, and I just trained a lot. Like training from my 16 to now has always been
Paramount.
paramount.
Yeah,
Like things would fall off. Like I can't go out. I can't do this. I won't meet you guys there.
I
And
know
I'm
it.
just,
I know it all. Yeah.
You know, and I was just. I mean, life was very structured, but I think So that's like. I understand it now. Looking back, I'm like, oh, I didn't waste my 20s. I enjoyed it a lot. I worked a lot. I worked a lot of jobs, promo jobs, back-to-back jobs, tried different things. One of my I love looking back and thinking like I did some out there jobs. Like I did a topless waitering job for
Yeah.
5 odd years or so.
It used to pay pretty good though, yeah. I mean, I got approached a
$200 an
fair
hour.
few times.
$200 an hour for just being
Yeah.
shirtless and
I-
just serving drinks.
I used to- I
I'm
think-
just a piece of meat at that point.
you were, yeah. But I remember I asked my missus once about that to do it. She was like, no. But it pays a lot though. It pays a lot. So, no. See, jobs like that though, couldn't do it now. Well, you could, but I feel like you'd. No, you shouldn't say you'd be a bit sad to do it now. But it's not really a career path
No,
at your age
no.
now. But yeah,
There's
you gotta
stories to tell. I did it because you look back and you're like, these are going to be some great stories.
step out of your comfort zone doing that because it's different. Yeah,
Exactly.
literally, like you said, you're a piece of meat.
Yeah.
You are just nothing but a piece of meat. There's thirsty women.
But how many guys could just say that they did something like that, you know?
Yeah, no, exactly, not many.
Unless you're a Magic Mike man. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening to our new podcast. We're still coming up with a proper name. So far, we're thinking Reps.
Reps, edits, and real talk.
Yeah,
That's
something like that.
something we like. But we'll work on it.
Please send any input you have. We'd love to for questions and
And and if you've got a better name, throw it out there.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it could be B1 and B2. Idiot, Grimace and something. You know, who knows? But yeah, questions. If you've got names for the podcast,
exactly. Nothing's off limits. We will go deeper and get a little bit more unchained for our next podcast. So stay tuned. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.